Hello, friends. This is your go to guy, and today we are going to talk about our favorite beverage, coffee. We all crave coffee, which is creamy, which is like Starbucks, which is like Cafe Coffee Day, or even Dalgona coffee while we are looking at some homemade coffee preparations. We all think that coffee that we drink tastes very creamy. Maybe there is cream in it, but the fact is, it's just a mixture of sugar, coffee, and water. That's it. So the ingredients that we are going to use for our preparation today is Nescafe Classico, which is pretty strong, sugar, and some water. It could be hot or cold. Now, people would mix equal amounts of coffee and sugar while they're making the blend that we are going to make today. We are going to use a Nescafe Classico, 2 scoops. We are going to use the same scoop, 4 scoops of sugar. It could be fine sugar or coarse sugar. And then there's my water heater. I'm just going to use cold water in it today. I'm going to make this in this cup and let's get started. So we are going to take some coffee using the same scooper that we are using for the sugar or the similar scooper for the size. I'm going to add just 2 scoops of coffee in this. I am using fine sugar, so I'm going to use 4 scoops of sugar to blend with the coffee. We are going to need something to mix the mixture and very slowly add water while we mix. I am using a 5 speed hand mixer which is electric. I have plugged it. This has 2 prongs. I'm just going to use one because I'm using this with the cup. I'm going to keep away the other one. I'm going to plug in the primary one. As you see, there are 5 speed settings. I can make it go slow for the first initial seconds and then I can really go fast to save some time. We'll start by mixing the sugar and the coffee just a little bit. There's no need to mix it too much. It's not going to blend without water. Add 3 little drops of water. Don't try to soak the coffee or sugar. Start mixing it one more time. You will start seeing that the sugar and the coffee is kind of blending with moisture or water. Don't immediately add water, wait for some time, add very little increments of water to your cup. Keep blending on the lower setting of your blender. The coffee will not immediately start getting thick. It will go from a solid state to a soluble mixed liquid kind of a state. Once it's a little liquid like that, you are going to then start mixing it on a higher speed. When you mix the coffee on a higher speed, the air bubbles and the coffee clash with the blades and it starts foaming up. It's essentially the air and the mixture which is getting soluble that creates that thickness, that creamy feel that you get. When you're mixing the coffee, it starts looking thick now. The more you mix, the thicker it gets. At a point of time, it will start changing the dark brown color to a light brown color. A lot of people are confused about how long should you spin it. If you spin it too long, the bubbles start getting together and escaping and making the coffee liquid again. What you need to do is test with a spoon like I do. I stop mixing after I feel it's thick enough. I take a steel spoon and I put that spoon into the coffee. Let me show you, it doesn't fall to its sides. It's keep standing in the center of the coffee. That's what it's called, a standing spoon coffee, if you may. The next step is to take this coffee, pour it into hot or cold milk as you may prefer, and don't mix it too long after you put the coffee. Look how creamy and thick this coffee is. It's basically sugar, water, and coffee right now. I just mixed it on a very small pinch of the first setting that I have on my blender, and we are done. Your coffee is ready to taste. Always freeze the remaining coffee that you made so that you can enjoy it later with friends. For everybody who is joining us for the first time or new, do like, comment, subscribe, and share. For all of our subscribers, we are also available on Facebook now. Do follow us. This is your go to guy again. Keep posting, keep commenting, and we'll come back with more.